So, say hello, Thatcher.
Hello, Tetra.
Okay,
You asked.
and you delivered. Thank you, Thatcher. I'm very happy that I get to cast with someone like you.
Oh, thank you. I'm happy I get to cast someone like you.
I'm very happy that you are very happy to cast with someone like me.
Let's stop this before this gets out of hand.
Yeah. So, for those who have just tuned in, we are currently in round 3, and we are following the team of SK Gaming on their way through this tournament, and if they lose, we're going to follow the team that beats them. Right now, we are in the pick phase, and the picking is as follows: 1, 2, 2, 2, 1. So, and SK gets to pick first. Mirrors are allowed. And I believe that's pretty much it.
Indeed, that is pretty much it. So, while they are getting ready to start picking, shall we go through what's happening in the rest of the bracket?
Go ahead.
Alright, so currently at the bottom, starting from the bottom of the bracket and going up, Empire are still playing against Vega Squadron, or at least no one has inputted the result there. So that's two fairly big orgs currently battling it out to play against Team RUS in the quarterfinals. Bit higher up from there, we have the Spanish team Heroes War versus the Swedish team Mysterious BOYS. Up from there, we have Team Unicorn, who will be playing, I believe, I2 Hard Hots. I just believe that hasn't been reported yet. And then we get up to our match, which is FastFoward versus SK Gaming.
For now, we're waiting for the picks and bans. I believe that the first one is going to be Uther, right? Yeah. It's Uther and Kerrigan getting picked up here.
Indeed, so it doesn't look like people are going to bother with the draft at all, because there is no point in because you're allowed mirrors, so everyone's just going to, by the looks of it, pick what they want. Oh yeah, okay, there we go. They are actually going to draft, so people can't counter pick. There is a
that
good
makes
point.
a lot of sense,
Yes,
because else you can just change it up and do whatever you want. So, for those who are wondering, why is there a big plus in the middle of the stream? That's not because we're from Switzerland. I know.
Yep.
It's not because this stream is actually good, because, well, okay, it's a good stream. I have Thatcher.
Yay!
Yay!
It has a picture.
No,
has a
this
picture of
is
you
a
as Nova as
spectator
the
bug.
best stream.
Yeah, this is a spectator bug. We are currently in the technical alpha, which means that not every function has been completed to perfection, and it can only get better from here. The advantage, though, is we have a spectator mode, and we can follow the tournament actually. So ours is Uther Kerrigan. So Uther into Uther Kerrigan. Nice.
Indeed. So
we haven't seen Kerrigan yet. I mean, she is
not.
Queen of the Blades, turned into a Zerg by the Overmind as, I believe, a successor, but eventually the Overmind was killed by Kerrigan, if I'm not mistaken. No, it was killed by crushing a carrier into the Overmind.
Indeed, crashing a carrier into the Overmind, piloted by Tastar, who also exploded, and Totes did not die if you've played the StarCraft 2 campaign, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, Tastar is like the best.
Yes, he is ascended, which is awesome.
Yeah, I love Tastar. And the StarCraft 2 lore is amazing, and
Yeah.
I advise everybody to find a way to either look through the campaign or play the campaign.
Indeed, I'd recommend playing it yourself. If not, then there's plenty of people out there who have played through it with commentary, so you can hear their opinion on it. And currently, there's like huge amount of demand for Phoenix, a original StarCraft, not a StarCraft 2.
Felix.
Phoenix. I thought it was Phoenix, not Felix.
It's Felix. Yeah, he was in a Dragoon.
He was originally a zealot and then got kind of messed up and then became a dragoon and then got killed by Kerrigan.
Dragoons are awesome. Yeah.
That's the thing. Would you have him in his zealot state or would you have him in his dragoon state?
Yes.
Okay. Fair enough. Ults to become a dragoon. Sounds good to me.
Be a nice one.
Alright, so we have Arthas and Tychus picked up for SK.
Yeah, I like Arthas. He has been doing so well in keeping people locked down, but also keeping them away from the back line. And if there's anyone who can get through the back line, it is Falstad. And Saiheya is currently hovering over that one, and now is going into random. I would like to see a random versus random map, and just...
Tychus Tyrael.
Tychus Tyrael? Tychus, and I can't see the last one. Okay, Tyrael.
Yeah. So they are missing... Are they missing one or two? Because I can't see. They have Uther, yeah. So
they have Uther in the plus slot. That's a big plus.
Fair enough. Ufa is indeed a big plus in this case. Well done. Well done. You made me giggle a bit there.
It's what I do. It's what I do. So, I would love to see something like a Bridewing or something, but I don't think it fits into the composition. Especially if you're dealing with Tyrael, who can jump into the backlines. I don't think Sergeant Hammer is an option either. Murky isn't an option because they will just hunt him down.
Yep.
And we're playing on the Garden of Terror. That's also something we have to keep in mind here, because the Garden of Terror is all about fighting normally and then suddenly into a specific spot where you kill one of those big... What is again those big monster thingies?
The plant
I forgot their
terrors.
names. There we go, the plant terrors. Yeah, and then you can grow your own plant. So if they're actually playing against Artus, does that make it plants versus zombies?
Boo.
Boo.
Boo. Alright, and the final picks are Tassadar and Valor. So we have those extra shields, extra damage from the Archon and the Storms, and the huge amount of damage from Valor. So we're just waiting for I see your problem pronouncing it earlier, Saiheya.
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 It's like Saint Seiya. I mean, Pegasus no fantasy.
Touche. And the final pick is Falstad. There we go. He hovered over it earlier. Is going to lock it in. So we have, as the final comps, Tyrael on Geller on Tyrael.
You have to hit ready.
Yeah, I just did it. Geller is playing Kerrigan. I can't see who is in the middle, but they are playing Ufa. Sieb Cage is playing Tychus. Saiheya is playing Falstad. And then we have BKB on Tassadar. Ral on Arthas. Linked on Ufa. Fresh on Tychus. And BZ is playing Valor.
Right, so the match starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's the Garden of Terror. And it's SK against FastFoward. Unfortunately, we cannot fast forward this match, but then again, do we really want to?
Wow, I was about to say, wow. Who wants to see this? Let's get to the final, Scott.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we do. So you have to fight the Shamblers at night. You have to collect the seeds and control the Garden Terror, which looks like it's holding a plant.
Yeah, it's holding the plant pot it grows from. So that's like holding yourself as a child. It's a bit of a weird picture.
I don't really want to be thinking about holding myself. So
Me
let's continue in in fast order. So again, it's SK on the blue side, and it's FastFoward wielding the red trunks. So let's go over the players. Top lane, no one.
Oh, yes. You currently no one at the top lane. Looks like Fresh is heading up there on his message.
Okay. Is this the I'm So Fresh from League, maybe?
I do not know. We will have to look this up later.
We have to look it up, definitely. So for now, the 1-3-1 lane start, and that's something we've been seeing a lot in the past few matches. But they usually tend to split up right after they leave the gates.
Indeed, they are staying up here looking for any enemies who are out of position here. Ral and Linked currently waiting in this bush, waiting for Saiheya to get possibly out of position. Bot lane, though, looks like we may see some action here. We're seeing a lot of bushwhacking in this game so far.
Yeah, and because there are no wards and there's almost no way to get vision on the map other than maybe, I believe it was Tassadar's Oracle ability. Oh, BC in a lot of trouble. Marco Win and Gala come again.
He does bolt away. He's gonna get stunned. Very well played by Gesha there.
Wow. Wow. Kerrigan with the pool.
Yeah, Gela able to catch him out. Very nice there. Ufa managing to get the stun. That's twice we've seen Valor vault away and still get caught in a CC for just being that millisecond too slow.
Heroes, night will fall in just a few moments.
Very nice here. We currently see Fresh in the top lane, just hanging about.
Link now in a lot of trouble. Marco Win and Gala are coming in once again, and this explains directly why Kerrigan was picked. Those grabs and the stunts coming out of Marco Win. I like the setup here for the team of FastFoward, and it's like, if you're out of position, you're going to get stunned, grabs, locked up. And I guess that also defines Heroes, because Heroes has so much crowd control on their heroes.
Indeed, we are currently seeing Marco Win and Geller looking around here, possibly some match control, but they did miss Ral coming up here. Ral does not want to engage this, but he runs straight into Saiheya. Saiheya gonna have to barrel roll out of there. Does get hit by Ufa because it's locked down by Ral here. Bonzo is coming in to defend here, but Saihea going to be able to escape.
Yeah, but Fresh is coming in from the side as well. Now they're going to turn around onto Raw. It looks like after this little battle, both teams are going to fall back for now.
Indeed, but at the moment, no one in mid lane for FastFoward. Falstad going to fly down there to get the XP, while Banzo, stays up in the top lane, going to be able to kill off these giants.
In the meantime, Marco Win and Gela, or Jella, I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce his name, but let's call him Jella. Jella trying to kill all those plants. You can already see how FastFoward is getting 28 out of the necessary 100 plants to grow their own golem.
Indeed, grow your own golem, something that sounds like it would be sold in the back of a magazine, but at the moment, FastFoward...
Just add water.
Yeah, just add water.
You get water from the tears of your enemies.
This is true. There's actually plenty of fountains around. You'd think they take it from there, but no, that's obviously unsafe water for plant growing. And we're currently seeing SK going to be able to start taking the mini plant camps on their side of the map. But FastFoward, very much with the map control here, going to take their easy camp in the bottom lane.
Yeah, and this is about 1 minute after SK has taken their own easy camp, and it's kind of interesting to see how FastFoward is now more interested in map control, whereas SK is just interested in keeping their lane safe and getting that necessary experience, because they're a little bit behind. Actually, they're on their bottom easy camp as well. Jella catching onto Lynx. He's kind of jumping in, but he might be overstepping his boundaries here.
Indeed, but FastFoward are going to move forward. In fact, Gela was caught by the frost shot from Arthas there.
Oh, Fresh coming in from the side.
Around, Marco Win does get popped, and we're going to have to see FastFoward back out here. But Kerrigan taking some serious damage. Saihea able to escape just, but Kerrigan goes down as well. And this is SK turning it around. And very careful there. Arthas runs in, able to get it too. Very nice.
Gets the death force.
Very nice death coil there by Arthas, and that puts SK firmly back in control of this game. Banzo desperately trying to kill as many minions up here, just get as much XP as possible to try and keep his team in the game.
Yeah, thankfully his team is still in the game, but SK, like you said, has turned it around completely. They were behind, and this is how fast things can turn around in Heroes, because the anti-snowball mechanic, you get more experience, you get more power when you're behind.
Indeed.
On the flip side, you get it, but you don't have it. That's the difference.
This sounds like something that would be in a tweet from Jaden Smith. But
wow, did you really compare it with Jaden? I'm very much offended.
I'm sorry, I will never do it again. At the moment we see SK is pushing in the bottom lane with their hard camp, whereas FastFoward currently taking their hard camp as well, but they don't have anyone in the mid lane to be soaking XP. This is kind of dangerous for them.
But also in the bottom lane, look at BC just destroying those turrets with the help of the night camp, and only Sepkaya is defending against it. The turret is going to run out of ammo soon. That's going to leave Sepkaya without any backup whatsoever. At the same time, SK turning around onto the big golems to get themselves some necessary plans to, well, build themselves a golem.
Indeed, they're getting very close. 92 out of 100. Very close at this point. It looks like Marco Win and Gela very close to going for that easy camp, but deciding to back out. And very nice there. But BKB trying to wander in, but is able to E out when Kerrigan does engage.
Yeah, he's not looking for a trip to the Burger King right now, though. He is looking for a trip to the teamfight. A little bit of damage onto Jella. Jella forced back into his own base to the regeneration fountain. But now SK is on the golem once again. Can they take it out before FastFoward responds? Or rather, can FastFoward even respond? Because they do have Tigers in that bottom lane, which can never get there in time. And now they're growing their plants.
Indeed, the plant is growing at the moment. Odin has been used here, and Kerrigan once again gonna pop here. There's the judgment out of Banzo, but completely judgmenting into the full enemy team. Odin was popped for Sebkaya as well, but very bad here for FastFoward. Able to get a 2-for-0 trade. SK really in a good position.
Yeah, now they also have their plans, and actually Raw is taking control. 41 seconds were left, and they have 1 minute to make use of this terror. We're going to follow it down the bottom lane. See what Raw is going to be making out of this one. And also, what is SK going to do? Because there should be a fight breaking out on the top side of the map. Thatcher, you keep an eye on that fight. I'm keeping an eye on the bottom lane fight.
Alright, I will keep an eye up there. Saihea almost getting engaged on by Tychus there, but is able to pull out. And a clairvoyance has been used, so they can see that pretty much everyone from SK is up here. So these two in the bottom lane are going to be able to deal with this Terra pretty easily.
Actually, we haven't engaged in the top lane. Saihea taking a lot of damage. At the same time, Raul is trying his best in the bottom lane to take down these turrets. Turrets slowly but surely starting to run out of ammo. Another wave, that's all it takes before the turret is gone.
Oh, SebKR accidentally standing in the curse there. He was an inch away from escaping it, but did get caught in it, and now Raul is completely engaging onto him. Huge amount of damage, but at the same time there's a fight up in top lane, and it looks like SebKR is gonna fall here. He's dropping incredibly low.
One more hit, that's all it takes. Yeah, Raul takes him down. He had nowhere to run. Raul easily takes that one out. He has 22 seconds to make use of the Plantera, and to be honest, if the Plantera dies, it's not such a big deal with only 10 seconds on the clock.
Indeed, but Raul easily going to be able to take down this bottom fort, and at the same time the push top lane is still going. That fort's now at a quarter health, taking a lot of damage as well. Beezy gets engaged upon though. There's the laser out of Falstad. Odin is popped. There's the strafe. There's no CC left. Marco wins. Divine Storm completely misses the Valor, so all that strafe damage went down to everyone. Gela gets popped. The Tyrael does hit everyone, but not able to pick off a single person, so it's just Saihea and SebKR who has come up. And they're not really going to be able to defend this. This fort is pretty much doomed.
Yeah, 10% health, no chance. Saihea and SebK really have to fall back as fast as they can, because if they get locked up here, it's a 4 versus 2 situation. And that means that SK should be winning that one very, very easily.
Indeed, while all this was going on, SK's managed to take the bottom easy as well. So that's going to continue. That bot lane that the Plantera was able to deal with is going to continue pushing.
Yeah, so it's going to be even harder for FastFoward to get back into this game. But we do have Night incoming, so there might be a possibility for the team of FastFoward to get themselves some of those plants and maybe get themselves their own plant golem to fight back against SK.
Indeed, going to be very interesting to see. And at the moment, FastFoward seems to be posturing in the mid lane a bit. There's one person in each lane except for the mid lane where they are going to push with their giants. SK not really positioned to defend this because they're busy taking their hard camp and soaking SP from top, but Fresh now abandoning the top lane, getting ready to scout for seeds by looks of it. He's gone back to the top lane.
I really like what SK is doing here. They're putting a lot of pressure in the bottom lane by the use of mercenary camps, and then they themselves head to the top side of the map. So the team of FastFoward, they have to make a decision. Do we want to fight SK or do we want to defend our base? You can't do both.
Indeed, bot lane is just going to push on its own, and if I expect that the final push from SK will come through this bot lane while they're just continuing to put pressure on the top of the map here. Very clever strategy and very dangerous for FastFoward, because as you said, they have to deal with it. 2 people have just gone down to this bot lane. Kerrigan is coming back up now, but just huge amounts of danger from SK everywhere on the map. And they're 77 seeds again, so they're getting very close to getting another Plantera.
And you can already see that SK is positioning themselves to get back to the base. Plantera is actually growing, so one of them is going to Hearthstone back to the base. And at the same time, they're securing the second plant golem here. And I like what they're doing here, because once it grows, and once it's active, you can send back one of your guys, and at the same time have it grow. And after that, I believe you can add additional stacks.
Indeed, if you still get seeds after you have the Plantera. So as you can see, they have another 100 seeds. So the second this Plantera is gone, Fresh. They will have another one. Fresh is able to Odin to keep himself alive, but he's still being focused, getting dropped very low. That Odin instantly pops. He's gonna have to be careful and get out of there.
But here's Raul. Here's Raul with the plant zombie. Marco Win is going to go down. God. He has a lot of shields on him. He has fallen. Now they're onto Jella. Jella. Will he get out of there alive?
Oh, there's the curse. The slow has been
gets hit by the curse.
We will
no chance there. Gala getting chased down by BZ. One last hit from Vala should take her out. There we go.
Yeah, that's everyone dead except for Saihea. Once again, Saihea somehow able to keep himself alive for all of this. We actually have a look at the screen. Saihea has yet to die. He's the only person on FastFoward who has not yet died. But there's really nothing he can do to defend this. And this 5-man push from SK is going to be pretty difficult to deal with when most of your team is dead.
Yeah, and then you also have the plant terror locking up all the towers, locking up the keeps. And still 32 seconds on the plant golem, so I don't think the team of FastFoward has a chance of beating them back.
Indeed, most of the team does become part there. Odin has been popped pre-fight just to try and shrug off any harass damage, so SevKR, once this Odin's gone, going to be back in basic Tiger's form with no form of survivability, just using it for extra damage at this point. Tyrael does get stormed. Looks like the plant terror is getting ready to go back in. It's on a sliver of health and immediately engages onto SevKR, but is the judgment onto BZ. BZ gets immediately shielded and healed. And yep, there's the strafe, and once again, most of FastFoward pops instantly. There goes Geller, and no one of SK dies. Incredible pushes here. Just no one ever dies on this team.
Well, BZ has died.
BZ has died. Report
BZ has
BZ
died.
for feed.
Yeah, but I have to say once again, SK Gaming using the plant golem the way they should, and that's the moment it's down to about 1 second. Actually, it's already over, but if it's down to 5 seconds, you just engage with it. You don't care if it's going to die, whereas if there's a lot of time left, you want to keep the plant golem. In this case though, blue team wins once more, SK Gaming advancing to round number 4.
SK showing some incredible domination there, and we did point out earlier, FastFoward were able to get a little bit of early map control, but that one team fight of SK, where they were able to kill, what was it, 3 people right at the start? Incredible counterplay, and that just put them in the position where they never let go.
Yeah, definitely. Right, so that means we're going to take a quick look if we see who they're going to be facing off against. So it might be I2 Hard Hots, MP Thermal Gaming, or Team Unicorn. And we don't know if it's Team Unicorn or I2 Hard Hots, but for now we are going to put up a music break once again, and we're going to be waiting for the victor of that match. It's going to be SK against either one of those teams, and if you would like to see the brackets, hit ! brackets in chat, and make sure to chat with us there as well. We'll be watching the chat, and we'll be ready to answer some questions you might have for us. This is the ESL Community Cup number 1, Heroes of the Storm. I'm Tekno. With me is Thatcher, and we're your casters for tonight. Stay tuned, and we'll be right back.